Good friends with. At one point we were like calling each other best friends, and this is somebody who I trusted. Now this guy ends up dating this girl. We were cool, whatever, and then all of a sudden we just stopped being cool because she just didn't like the fact that we were as close as we were. Cool, we get it. So then he breaks up with her, or she breaks up with him if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that's not important. It's not about them. And what ends up happening is he ends up dating this other girl. Now him and this other girl break up, and me and him are still cool at this point. Like, we're still cool. We still see each other around the hallways at school, and everything's Gucci. So one day, I don't even know how this happened, but we started dating, and a little over a month of us dating, it happened. He asked me to come over, whatever. I had to get it approved by my mom because my mom was just not having it. I don't blame her. I feel like I was set up though, because his mama knew what was up. She was just expecting, like, he probably just had a little talk with her, like, Ma, this is what I want to do, help me out. So here goes me, a little naive, little weird, and I fall in the trap. There goes my V card. So what ends up happening is we're dating. It's a little bit over a month, and then all of a sudden the second go around happens. Cool. Out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. Actually, by the way, guys, I'm gonna go in with another color. I think I'm gonna go in with the brown right here in the corner. I feel like the story time is like going way too fast. So we end up like going one day to the park, and things are going like perfectly fine in my eyes, and then all of a sudden he just breaks up with me. Doesn't really give me an excuse, doesn't really give me a reason, and I'm over here heartbroken. Like, I literally just gave my V card away, and he played me like a freaking fiddle. The last person that I thought would ever do something like this played me like a fiddle, like a piano. So I then proceed to make it to school. Now this happened a little shortly after, a little bit before Valentine's Day. So it was like maybe a week before Valentine's Day. It was probably the end of January, early February, which makes sense. So Valentine's Day is approaching, and I noticed something. She's waiting for him before he gets off the buses. I'm walking inside my, inside the hallways to go to my friends, and I see her. I see him. His ex-girlfriend and him, I guess, we're kicking it again. And I really couldn't do it. I had this built up rage in me. had this built up rage because I was pissed the hell off. By the way, guys, I'm gonna go in with a different color. I'm gonna just use this green, and we're just gonna top it on top of my lids, and we're gonna go that route. So we end up at that point, we're not talking. Like, we broke up. What is there to talk about? At that point, I was so depressed. I didn't really eat as much. I hung out, obviously, with my friends at school, but there was something really off. And I'm sure that they could tell as well. And I just was out of it. Like, I really didn't really care. I was heartbroken. Like, imagine you doing something like that and then getting, like, broken up with. And especially somebody you thought was your friend. Anyways, lesson learned. So I start figuring out that him and his ex are, like, in cahoots again. They're talking, see him in the hallways, they're kiki and cacaing. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I'll tell you that damn much. And I start noticing that, or at least I start hearing, that they got back together. So little old me is getting pissed off at this point. And I'm really pissed off because you telling me that you broke up with me after you done did this to me, after I thought we were going to spend the rest of our lives together. Obviously, we weren't going to spend the rest of our lives together, but that was just high school me. And it was just so hurtful, and it broke my little heart. So once I knew that this was happening, this girl, I would see her in the hallways all the time. So what I would do is, anytime I'd see her, I'd push her. She weighed like 90 pounds. So she flew. And she flew. And granted, now I really feel bad for her because it wasn't her fault. Like, he played me like a fiddle. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And that was really mature. But, you know, it was high school. And that's just, I feel like, something that you could see happening. By the way, my shirt does not match my like, what I'm actually doing with my eyes. So I do apologize for what I'm doing right now. So actually, you know what, let me just throw like a color up top. I'm gonna take this orangey color right here. It's called E3 right here. I'm just gonna put it a little bit up above my crease. And I feel like we kind of can get started with our face. So anyways, at this point, I was depressed. I would get home from school. I was barely eating. Like I mentioned, I was obviously cool with my little clique of friends, but they knew something was up. I just didn't want to talk about it. And only my close friends actually knew what was going on. And eventually, my mom found out, and let's just say my ass was grass. And I was scared. I'm going to go in with the Tatcha facial, the dewy skin cream. Not the best move. Let me just tell you, not the best move. Be better. Be better, children. Be better. And yeah, he was still with his girlfriend after that. And then they broke up. So once they broke up, obviously. He moved to another city. And anybody from my, like, hometown who probably went to school with me knows exactly who I'm talking about. He moved to Miami. And that was that. We talked, like, very seldom. And then, you know, one day we start speaking again. And he starts bringing it up about how, you know, that was, like, really good and blah, blah. So he wanted a taste of the cookie jar. And he was like, I'm gonna be coming into town and blah, blah. We can meet up. And I was like, okay, like, that sounds good. But let me tell you guys something. I'm not gonna just allow you to just shit on me and me completely just treat it like nothing. So I made him believe it. I sure as hell did. I made him believe that something was gonna happen. Something was gonna happen. So the day came, the day went. He hit me up the whole time pretty much. Like, hey, what are you doing? hey. I didn't respond. I didn't feel like responding. Why was I gonna respond? We have nothing to talk about. And I kind of just ghosted him that same day. And then I reached back out to him maybe after he left. And maybe it was like a Monday or something. And I was okay with that because you did me crazy. Like, you came over here and basically took me my V card and then just dumped me out of the damn blue. And then just went with this other girl. And I'm, you know, if she's watching this, I'm sorry. I did you dirty. Pushing you around and shit, that was on another level of bully action. And I'm so sorry. That was not her fault. She didn't have nothing to do with it. She didn't make me no promises. She wasn't my friend. None of those things. So she did whatever she wanted to do. And I respect it. Made him think it was going to happen. Whatever. He ended up like messaging me back like, hey, what happened? Like, I didn't hear back from you. Yeah, and you weren't going to hear back from me. You kidding me? So anyways, he thinks he's going to hear back from me. He doesn't. I'm literally laughing this whole time. Because like you did me dirty, I decided to do you dirty. So he like wants to like literally freaking hot and steamy just from those 2 times wants to do it. And he ends up like, oh, like basically that he enjoyed it. And to be real, I started being honest. You did me crazy, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. So he gave me his opinion, like he wanted my opinion. And I flat out tell him like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like after a while, I kind of faked it. Like, you know, faked it. And I guess he sounded really offended because I told him like I faked it and I obviously couldn't feel it. So he definitely felt hurt by it. And he proceeded to tell me that my hygiene was not all that good. And let me tell you guys something. Typical move. I tell you something that might bruise a man or a boy's ego, and you go ahead and tell me that. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, I literally just laughed at him. Like, I literally was just like, you're hilarious. Just a second ago, you really wanted to like jump in my pants, and now your booty hurt because I told you the truth. Whatever you want to do, homie, like whatever it is, like get that shit popping. Like, what do you want to do? So, needless to say, I didn't hear back from him after that. I wasn't that girl in high school. Like, I wasn't just hopping from one dude to another dude. So the fact that we were even able to get that far, it meant something. Like, it wasn't just a little thing to me. Like, it was actually like something big. Yeah, we went our separate ways. We never talked again. That was basically it. Like, of course, this was high school. This is gonna go ahead and complete this look. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed my little story time. I promise you it wasn't as long as it was in actual real life, but because of the purpose of the tutorial, I wanted to make sure that it did catch as much details as possible. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed. If you want to see some more story times, let your girl know down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if y'all like this video. So I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Bye.